What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Casper's Kicks once again. Appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. So, been relatively quiet sneaker-wise. Now, tomorrow or today when I'm posting this video, we do have the Union Cortez drop, and we're getting two pairs. It is the Off Noir and the Sesame Union Cortez. So, if you're interested in that shoe, check out Union's Instagram. I don't know, I think the time is like 10 or 11 o'clock Central Time, but don't quote me on that. Just go check and see if you're interested in that shoe. They're not going for much, but if you're interested, go check that out because that drop is today. Now, moving to the video and why I'm making this video today, I actually have a review for y'all, and if you have not checked out the title yet, I have with me the Sachs and Nikecraft general purpose shoe. I'm not gonna lie, this is a very interesting shoe to get in hand, and I'm curious to see y'all's thoughts on it, especially because there's a ton of hype behind the shoe. But not gonna hold y'all. Let's go ahead and jump into this review. Hope y'all enjoy it, but let's get it. Alright, so like I said, I have with me today the Sachs and Nikecraft general purpose shoe, which came out a couple weeks ago. It took a little while for the shoe to come in for me. I know some people have already gotten their pairs in, some people are waiting on their pairs in. It seems like it's just taking a little bit longer for the shoes to get in, but they are here. I was able to get my pair in today. Now, this is not the first shoe that Nike and Sachs have created. Of course, we have the Mars Yard, which goes for a stupid amount of money, like thousands, almost pushing $10,000 looking at StockX today. And then, of course, we've had the Overshoe, which is like a moon boot type thing. And then now we have the general purpose shoe. Now, that is the reason why these are going for so much. If you check resale price, they're still sitting around between like $300 to $500 for these. And even though they are restocking in August, I believe it is, these are still going for around, like I said, $300 to $500, which is kind of crazy, but it is the name behind the shoe, which is why they're going for so much, especially looking at the previous Sachs that we have gotten. But let's go ahead and jump into the box now. This is a very interesting box, a lot of different detail on here. So to start, you do have Nikecraft, and then you have the Nike Swoosh on here. And then moving to the sides of the box, so again, you do have that same Nikecraft and the Swoosh. And then this one reads on here, Sachs general purpose shoe. And that same thing is on both sides of the box as well. Now, if you're looking at the sides, it just has general purpose shoe and then Sachs. So that's on this side. And then on the other side, it just has Nikecraft. Now, moving to the label, it reads general purpose shoe. And the colorway is light cream, white, light bone. This is a size 13 in women's or 11.5 in men's. So they did go up to a size 15 in men's. So if you have a big foot, you were able to cop this shoe, which was kind of nice, just being able, if you were that bigger foot, to be able to cop a shoe. And they're in women's sizes, so it was easy for the women to cop too. Now, moving to the inside of the box, it does have a big paragraph on here, and I'm going to read it for y'all. But that paragraph is on the inside of the box. But it reads, Nikecraft shoes are manufactured to the exact specifications of champion athletes throughout the world. The design and construction of Nikecraft products support all the activities of your life and tell your story. Nikecraft shuns innovation for its own sake, but embraces it as a necessity. Top quality products fulfill their intended purposes while remaining as hard-wearing as possible. Before recycling, there is reuse. Before reuse, there is durability. So once again, that is the paragraph that's on the inside of the lid. Now, the other thing, you do have white paper with these, and this is the only paper that comes in the box. So that is that. And the last thing with the box that I did forget to mention, on the bottom, it does read own less, do more. So that is on the bottom of the box here. Now, if you're wondering where I got this shoe from, they did do a raffle on Sachs' website. And I'm not going to lie, when I entered the raffle, and when it popped up that there was a raffle, I was already like, there's no way I'm hitting. Raffles like the one that they did, it almost reminded me of like the Travis Scott raffle, where I just like, there's no way I'm hitting. And somehow I was just sitting around waiting, and I checked my email, and it had popped up that I hit, and I was like, bro, no way. So I was able to get for retail. And this was the screen that popped up when I did do the raffle. So it just says, thank you for your entry. Select individuals will be notified by email and text within 2 hours. Bots will be blocked. If selected, you will have 30 minutes to check out. Only one entry per person. Multiple entries are automatically canceled. So it seems like they did a very good job with the bot protection. I did see a lot of people actually hitting these for retail. So I haven't seen too many people like boasting about, hey, I had 100 pairs hit off my bot. So I'd be curious to see how well bots did compared to how well manual entries did. But like I said, it seemed like there were a lot of manual entries with these, which is good. Now, I will say I did notice some people on Twitter talking about how their order was canceled, or they would click their checkout link and they weren't able to cop on the checkout link. And I think that's because they just waited too long past the 30-minute mark. They were pretty serious about if you have 30 minutes once you get their email to check out, and if you go past that 30 minutes, you aren't able to check out, which is what you see in this screenshot here. It just shows that it's sold out for you, even though it may still be in stock. Now, moving to the shoe, because I know that's what y'all are here for. So this is the Tom Sachs and Nikecraft general purpose shoe. Give y'all that quick 360. This is honestly a very simple shoe. There's not much to it, but at the same time, there's a lot of different details with this shoe. And honestly, when I got it in hand and looked at it earlier, I was like, this honestly is like a shoe that you could either dress up or you could dress down, depending on how you dress up the shoe. Maybe like a nice casual look I can see you wearing with the shoe, just because it's such a simple shoe. Now, moving to the outsole. So you do have the rubber outsole, all black rubber outsole. And then on here, it does have Nikecraft under the heel. And then it has US patent number 3793750. And if I remember correctly, that is the Bill Bowerman patent for the outsole. And we did just see that on the Nike Cactus Jack Air Trainers. We saw the same outsole on those. Or not the same outsole, but the same patent number on the outsole. Now, one sec, I'm going to go check to make sure that patent is correct.
A few moments later.
And we are back. So I did look up the patent just to make sure, and I was correct. It is the same patent number that was on the Cactus Jack Trainers, which is the patent for the outsole by Bill Bowerman. Now, moving up to the midsole, you do have you have rubber midsole, which is that brown midsole which wraps around the entire midsole. You do see a little bit of the outsole coming up on the black right there, or on the midsole right there, that black piece at the front. But the rest of it is just that brown outsole. Now, these do have an EVA foam core in these, so it should feel pretty good to wear. It does seem like it's like a thicker outsole, so there seems to be a good amount of cushion with it. But I'd be curious to see just over time how the shoe does wear as people wear it more. Now, moving to the upper, now you have a mixture of materials on this upper. So you do have some like rough suede here on the toe box, and that same suede goes around the back of the shoe as well. And then going to the upper, you have upper portion, you have some really lightweight, durable, and I believe it's like a mesh material, but it's very lightweight, very durable, and it gives the shoe that breathability feel to it. So it is a lightweight on foot, and even like on the tongue here, I can see through the tongue in some pieces. So it just kind of goes more towards that lightweight feel with these, durability, breathability. Like I mentioned, the name of the shoe goes well with what's here with the shoe. It is the general purpose shoe. It's meant for a lot of different things, which we should get here. Now, moving to the tongue and the ankle strap, you do have a herringbone material here, and it is that blue strap there. And same thing on the tongue, you get that same strap here. Now, moving to the Nike swoosh, you do have two Nike swoosh, or they're on both sides. You have a white Nike swoosh there, and then you also have one here as well. And then jumping to the ankle collar, you do have a microfiber ankle collar here, so you get a feel of it here, and then same thing on this side as well. And then moving to the laces, you do have these kind of almost tannish colored lace. And there are no additional laces with this shoe. It is just that one lace, which goes with the shoe pretty well. I don't have any complaints with it. Now, moving to the back of the shoe, you do have a debossed Nike logo, and it is in Tom Sachs handwriting. So it's a little bit different than what we normally see with the Nike logo. But y'all know I like when they just kind of switch things up and do things differently. So I like how they did this Nike logo. It is cool to see it in a different font than what we normally see with the Nike swoosh. Now, jumping back to the tongue, look, I know I'm all over the place. Jumping back to the tongue, you do have a white Nike tongue tag with Nike in black, and then the orange check mark, or the orange swoosh. And then if we jump to the inside of the label, it does have Tom Sachs. And then serial number is 202331, and then it has a Nike serial number as well. And then it just has general purpose shoe on the tongue tag as well. So that is the back of the tongue there. And like I mentioned, the tongue is pretty thin. There are some holes in here where I can see through the tongue. So the tongue is pretty lightweight, like I mentioned with the other pieces of the shoe that are on here. Now moving to the interior of the shoe. Now they do have paper shoe trees, and it is 2 of them. So 2 separate paper shoe trees in both shoes. And then moving to the insole, you do have, actually I can take it out. You do have a blue insole with these, and it does have Nikecraft in white with the craft swoosh. And then you do have just, this is the back side of the insole. Alright, and then moving to the rest of the inside, you do have more of that microfiber feel on, or microfiber material on the inside of the shoe. It is that same color that's on the outside. Let me move the straps out the way. But that is what's on the inside of this shoe. Now I'll go ahead and show y'all the other shoe as well. There are no differences in the two. They do look exactly the same. So this is a 360 of the other shoe. Now I will have an on feet portion at the end of the video. These are my size, so I will throw them on for y'all so y'all can see how they look on feet. I put them on earlier, and honestly, they do look interesting on feet. I'm not gonna lie. So whatever I throw on, I'm not sure yet. I'll be curious to see how they look on feet. Like I mentioned, I think these will look cool dressed up or dressed down. I'd be curious to see people that do end up dressing them up, just because, you know, I'd want to see different outfits that go with these. Now, if you were not able to get a pair of these, and here's why, I think I mentioned it earlier, these are supposed to restock in August, I believe. And they did put out a note. It says the general purpose shoe is designed to be a perennial. It will be restocked and accessible again August 2022. So if you're interested in the shoe, they will be coming out again. Now, how many pairs they're going to come out with in August, I have no idea. Could we see a ton of pairs like we did this time? It's just a wait and see. But like I mentioned, that'll have an impact on resale price. So if you're interested in selling the shoe and you were able to hit for retail, I recommend just selling the shoe now. I wouldn't hold on to it just because you don't know how many pairs will drop come August. Now, the other thing is they did have another colorway that is supposed to drop at some point. I believe it's a yellow colorway, and I will put a screenshot of that shoe as well. I don't know which one I like better, but when I get that yellow colorway in hand, I have to determine. I almost think I like these a little bit better because it's more of a toned down color, but it'll just have to be a wait and see whenever I do finally get that shoe in hand. But overall, this is the Tom Sachs and Nikecraft general purpose shoe. Let me know how y'all feel about these. Must cop for you, pass. How do you feel about these? It's a very simple toned down shoe. Nothing too crazy like we get with Jordans, where we get all the wild colors and everything. This is just really toned down. Simple shoe that could be used for a lot of different purposes. If you did cop, let me know what y'all gonna be using these for. Is it more like, are you gonna treat these like a Jordan, or like, you know, a hype Jordan, or is it just gonna be like a regular shoe that you wear just every day whenever you want to throw something on? And it seems like with the durability of the shoe and the materials that are on here, it does seem like these can be worn pretty much anywhere. Even you may get a little wet, and you know, it may not be that big of a deal. I wouldn't soak them, but you know, yeah. Like I said, let me know how y'all feel about these. Must cop, pass. You don't like them, you do like them. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on these. I like them. Something different. Will I keep them? I don't know, but it'll be just, we'll see how it goes as time goes on. But as always, I do appreciate y'all for stopping in. Stay tuned for the on-fleek portion at the end of the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, turn on the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I post new content. As always, hope y'all have a great rest of the week. If you're going for the Uni Cortez today, good luck. Hopefully you're able to cop if you want them. I will catch y'all in the next video.